Okay, I'm going to show you how to take apart your Tippmann 98 Custom and oil it and do all that cool stuff to it. Alright, first off, there's, I think, 6 screws that you got to take off, and then 2 more. There's one here, one here, one here, and then there's 2 here and 1 down here. And then the last 2 you take off are down here, these 2. So I'm going to do that. And you're going to want to take this off so you can get it off easier. And then just the whole thing just should come right off. Set that right there. And you want to make sure you don't lose this right here. It's got a little tiny spring to it. Just go ahead and set that aside. And then I guess it's stuck right here, but there's a little orange piece. You want to make sure you keep that separate too. And first thing I usually do is I just pop the back off like this and take the 2 springs out. And then the trigger is right here. Just be careful not to lose the little spring. And then the bolt will come out. You just twist it and pull back. And that should come out. And that'll come out of the bolt. And this should come out of it if it didn't come out with your spring. And then the trigger just comes straight up, and there's a spring with it too, so be careful. Pull your safety out. Up comes the trigger and its little spring. And there's 5 pins right here with the trigger. I usually just leave those in there. It's not that big of a deal. This right here doesn't come out. That's what transfers the CO2 from this to the barrel. But my gun's pretty dirty. This is just after we had a match. So as you can see, it's dirty. Dirt gets in the places that you'd least expect it. But I'm going to go clean my gun and clean up the inside at least. Just wash off stuff like this, clean up the barrel. I'm just going to go clean that and I will be right back. Alright, I cleaned up the barrel a little bit, not much, it's not that big of a deal, as long as the inside's clean. And I cleaned up the other half of my gun pretty well. So I'm going to show you how to grease it and put it all back together. You don't want to use very much at all. And just put 1 small drop right here. And once you got that greased up, you can put 1 more drop back here. And just leave that. And then you want to take the little black thing that came out of it, put it in there. Don't put it in there all the way. And then you put this little rod in there, like that. And this black thing, I guess this is what pushes the paintballs out the way. And you just slide it on, put that rod in. And lines fell out. And just rotate it back over. Then I put my the back in. The O-ring goes on the main one, like right there. And then this spring, it's got something in the middle of it, like a little black rod. The shorter part of the spring is what goes in the back part. And you can tell which hole it goes in because the hole is slightly bigger and raised up than the other ones. So the shorter spring goes in the back. And you just put it in there. It's pretty simple once you get it in there. Oh, first you want to put this in because the spring threads through there. Put that in. Slide it up and in. And that should be in there. Then I usually put my trigger back in. Put the spring in there. And then this is in there, and the spring goes in there as well. And don't forget about your little orange thing. Put it in there. Make sure when you put it in there, you see how this is? How it's angled? You know, put it in there like that. And it'll stay in there fairly easy. And the spring, this is the tricky part if you don't know what you're doing. It looks like this, okay? The part that comes out right here goes on, and then there's an indented part up here. The part that sticks out right here, it goes up top. And it'll stick over just a little bit, but it fits in there like that. And the pin goes in the hole. It's pretty simple. And don't forget your safety. There, just goes like that. And you're ready to put it back together. Okay, and then up here sometimes it doesn't want to go down all the way. So before you close it, push it down and then close your Tippmann. It should go down. Make sure you can push it, because the thing you attach the hopper to is what goes on there. And then you just want to screw all your screws back in. This one, you just want to tighten it up, but not too much, because if you tighten it too much, this will go down, but it won't come back up. See, that's too tight. It's perfect. And you can screw these back in. You can just screw your barrel back in. And you're ready to go.